No, we're good.
Can I hold N to do the auto dock, or does it automatically do it?
You don't want to manually dock if you get within range and you hold N, it'll auto dock. But if you do manual, the last few not even meters, centimeters, it triggers and then it pulls you in.
Ah, okay, cool.
Ugh. Ugh.
Well, that's really cool.
Oh, there's one.
The only one downside of this that I can immediately see is that when everybody leaves the spaceship to go do their thing on board the station, some retaliator or something will fly in and just torpedo your parked boat into annihilation.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's gonna happen, I promise you.
Wait, I can see one right at the back, but I don't know if we can. Got him.
You've got to remember that though, is you become physically part of the station when you dock.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, so people can't ram you off your docking collar. It literally is a joint to the station that then becomes part of the station.
Oh, so you can't get blown up or anything while you're attached?
Yeah, pretty much becomes invulnerable.
Oh, that's good, because I mean that would have been like the easiest way to destroy the,
Yeah.
you know.
I think that's what they were thinking as well. Just people are just going to straight away start ramming into people and stuff because they're only docked by like a tiny little attachment.
Oh,
But,
food.
you know,
There's
like,
food
I
space.
guarantee you,
Have some food.
I guarantee you our hood rat asses would do exactly that. We would be like, oh man, let's go wreck this guy's life.
My hope is to try sneak into a few of them.
Yeah, I think that might be easier to do is sneak in. Can you open up if you own the ship, or if you don't own the ship, can you open the front door?
No, but if potentially these larger ships in future are going to have like mass crowds of people entering it.
Oh, it'll be easy to Assassin's Creed your way in there, yeah.
Yeah, especially like an 890 if it's a load of tourists entering the ship, just put on civilian clothes and wander in with the rest of them.
High security. It's going to be interesting with physicalized. I don't know if that's the right word for it. When you've got to load your ship or hire NPC to actually load your ship of cargo, because you've got to leave. It's all right if it's in a hangar because they could get on the ship but they can't open the hangar. But when it's just space, you having a rest? I'm gonna place this plant thing as remembrance. What happened?
Killed.
Oh, his gun's going off.
But I woke up in your bed.
Cool, cool.
You know how I know you're gay? Because you woke up in Alpha's bed. It's okay, I'm not judging. I wake up in
Again.
Alpha's bed all the time, but it's mainly against my will.
Yeah,
Oh, wait.
I've brought the Cutlass Red today, doing trauma team.
I'll be right back, guys.
Right, the further down the cave we get.
Did I lose the weapon when I died?
If it was in your hand, you'd have dropped it, but it should still be there. So it was just after where you go 2 ways around the pillar thing. I can come back up in a second and show you.
Come on.
So there is a room here. There is a room wise here that isn't being used, but is a bit difficult to get to up here. that you have to jump
Oh,
onto
okay.
here for. You got to get the jump right. Oh, that wasn't going to work. Yeah, at least I think you can't get to it this way. Oh, maybe you can. I just feel this will probably just have something horrible in it. Yeah, you can jump up this way. But just another one. It's there. No resources. No, I don't know. It's a spider's nest.
Yeah.
It's a space spider nest.
They even have the gay pink lamps here.
Light in the way. There'll be a big party down the bottom. They haven't really put a reason. Oh, there's one. They haven't really put a reason. I mean, I guess they're fugitives, but yeah, how did they get here, and what exactly are they doing here?
Look,
Watch out for space spiders.
we're going this way. All right.
Where I'm flashing my light, space is where you jump up.
I can see wise.
But yeah, you've got to jump up there where Wise was.
Yeah.
And then you've got to get the corner of that bit. Without shooting us.
I'll try.
Behind you, there.
This game's come a long way, boys.
I've managed to duck. It's yeah, it's certainly interesting when what have you docked up now? Akari?
Spacebar, turn around.
Yeah, I got docked up and I'm trying to find some ammo now, but no, I was just kind of having a moment where it was fun thinking about how it was when I first pledged a long time ago, man, and you just like the hangar came out and that was like a big deal. You know?
Got this bit of space.
Yeah, you need to put your gun away, I think. It's easier.
Yeah, even so, there's still some inventory bugs, but even moving your armor and that around has slowly improved, and changing armors, it's got better. It's pretty stable now. Just slow improvements, I think. I mean, remember picking stuff up off the floor and picking
Yeah.
drinks up, and it was all clunky and everything, and now it's quite smooth. So they're just slowly. I think it's frustrating when you're doing every patch, you know, it fucking still doesn't work. And then you kind of don't notice when it is working.
Right. But that's how it should be, you know, like you're not gonna, like if you notice that if you notice anything, you notice the things that aren't working correctly. Like if it's working right, people probably aren't gonna notice it, right? You know,
Yeah.
because it's seamless, and that's how it's supposed to be.
We've had lots of problems with the map as well, and that's working all right now. They made some changes to Quantum. To be honest, I'm probably not using the map as much as you used to, because your mission things just come up and you just do a manual Quantum, just spool up, see where you can go, and off you go, rather than having to go into the map and dial it in.
How's the new LMG?
Okay, this is done.
Cool.
Cool, cool.
Just got to run back out.
I can die.
Oh, I can still hear shooting.
Yeah, that was only me. I was just looking at the backfire on my way. That's crazy. It's like a little kind of Gatling on the front of this thing.
The Gemini.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Here we go. We've escaped.
Very good. Well,
Cool, nice one, Space.
It was good playing with you, man.
I'll join later up. I finished the Red Dead Redemption again, so I can play Star Citizen.
Cool. Tomorrow, so 5 GMT is where it will change over to the next day. But we'll be doing a tour roughly around that time, because we'll go down to the expo for the next day. So Aegis tomorrow, and we'll do the tour in a group. Awesome, sounds good. Right, find some mission. Do you fancy doing a ERT wise?
Okay. Am I right? Orange.
Let me just see if it comes
what?
up.
We're gonna go kill a hammerhead.
By the way,
Huh.
do any of you played Mass Effect, the new one? The Legendary Edition?
No
I have that.
I have it, but I haven't played it.
sharing.
Because I can't fucking launch it. Just doesn't go anywhere from the launcher. Back to the launcher. I'm not sure what it is. Well, there is a solution, but it's
No idea, man.
Now I've done everything up to it, so VHRT's in the Cutlass red and I was fine. I was meaning to try hammerheads wise, so I'm not.
Oh, you're in the Cutlass red.
Yeah. However, I should be good to get the shields down. As long as I,
Yeah.
with two of us, I think it'll be fine.
Where y'all at?
Yeah. Fire.
Everest,
If I draw the fire, from it
Hurston.
should be fine because you're just a bit iffy on shields yourself.
I'll share
I'll
this
throw-
mission, Hikari. I'm sharing.
Do outsize fire.
What
I
did
can
you?
pull a,
Oh,
I can
God.
pull a Harbinger as well.
Yeah, bring it. It's cool. We can whiz through these pretty quick. I've been doing them in the Hornet, and I can do them on my own. So it's not to say that they're not tough. And there have been a fair few explosions on the way of getting used to it and then what doing. But with a couple of us, it's a little bit easier purely on the fact that you don't get the concentrated fire.
Right.
Unfortunately, we can't get the Idris mission at the moment because the Eckhart chain is bugged.
There's Idris missions now.
There's a mission chain that ends up with going fight a. I was gonna say midget then. That's not the right
I
word.
thought that was
Idris.
just a one-off event.
I think originally it was supposed to be you do the chain, then it's a kind of a server-wide event to go and destroy the Idris, but you only ever get it once per person for completing the chain. But we get it all the time, providing Eckhart talks to us. And we've done his mission chain, but unfortunately, on this patch, we've got rep with Eckhart, but we don't. And then that might be one of his ways to speak to us because we've already got rep with him.
Right.
Well, we can get. I was going to go out in one. Go over. Cool, I've got it, I think.
Right, so I'm struggling.
Oh, god damn it. We'll have to go
No, we
M6.
can just fly a little bit. It's not much.
Oh, here's this. Cool, nice one, Space.
Okay, it's blue now for me.
Oh, got it. I'll take it. Oh, fuck.
Will it work?
So I was saying to Biv earlier with the speeds, so the top little bar that sticks out, then you've got one, I go the third one down,
Yeah, I tend to combat.
and I don't go any higher than that, yeah.
That's what I like, prefer. Set my limits to make sure I don't go any
But I think I was going to talk to Anya with it because he overshoots a lot. And Biv was doing
Goes
the
in
same
there.
thing, yeah. And it's
You
because
you always Leroy Jenkins.
it's that last like 10% of your speed kind of that's the hardest bit to break from. And you lose all the maneuverability, but yeah, anyway.
Like the other night where he was just zooming in there and then he died.
Yeah. Javelin Max. Right, it's spawned somewhere.
Yeah, it's behind me. See if I can fly by.
Right, I've got you. I'm gonna come in behind you.
Are y'all already at the hammer?
Yeah. We can spawn another one straight away, so just catch up.
Okay.
Yes.
Looks really pretty.
Yeah, I had a Hornet Heartseeker that and I'm even saying now I'm regretting doing it in one sense because I applied it as well. But it gives you a Heartseeker and a Hurricane as a loner, so for the time being, I've not lost out and I've gained a Hurricane. I still think the Hornets will have they'll have their day. Because armor's not really a big thing again yet.
There we go. That was
What is Delphi in your?
Oh, that's your new reputation manager, yeah. So I think I was saying earlier when we were all chatting, definitely go and have a look at the video from Star Citizen yesterday because it's about the combat ships. But there was an interesting bit about the Hornets, the military Hornets, obviously the Mark IIs.
Yeah, they have a size up. Everything's.
They have a size up, yeah, and it was it's something that we forget because a size 5 and 3 size 4s, that's lethal.
yeah.
For a single seat, you bring it to bear, which means that that kind of explains the F8 as well. It's a military, and the civilian ones we get no sound, but also for future of the game, there's potential that we have these old versions of the ships or the demilitarized versions, and
Right there.
we're all going to desire the military ones, aren't we?
I guess we'll be able to get him in game somehow.
Yeah.
Alright guys, I'm on station with you guys. Looks like I'm 9,000 out, 9,000 meters
Cool.
out.
I'll get us another mission. So we're going to do a bigger one now, but we'll stay together. We'll do group one.
Do you have to, like, unsafe your torpedoes in this thing or select it somehow? Or do you just lock on like any other missile and it works?
Yeah, you lock on. You just select the missile you want.
Right, I'm sharing. Didn't they do couldn't you select your missiles now already?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
select them back and forth so you can switch.
You have to bind it though.
Yeah. We're going to go for Matteo Clover first. Wait, hold on. Yeah, they're both on different planets. Matteo Clover is Magda.
Ah, okay. Spooling.
I think Akari's just out of distance from me.
Oh shit, y'all zipped off.
Oh, are you in a bird thing, Kurt?
Yeah, somebody's in a bird. I've got a weird. one.
We've got weird quantum, yeah. Oh, I should have took a screen here then.
So I'm trying to select my stalkers,
Left
but,
or right?
like
Oh, right.
it's not doing it.
Yeah, so when you switch through them, it's not changing it on your screen.
Yeah, like I pulled it up under weapons and then missiles, and I'm trying
No,
to push the.
Yeah, that doesn't
Harry, we're ready to jump.
Okay, spooling. I'll
So-
just shoot all my missiles at him until the torpedo comes out. How's that?
Yeah, cool. Give us let us soften him up a bit because we can take the shields down really quick.
What's like target? Is it T still? or
T,
what?
yeah, T, and then Alt T to remove target. Can you remember the ones we used to do around Levski? Dalamar, wasn't it? And we would have to fly 220 kilometers every time. So they've improved it, and then they changed it a little bit last patch, and you can actually quantum a bit closer. But
Yeah, I do remember that. We had
it'd be
to.
back and forth, wouldn't we? We'd have another bounty, and it'd be
Yeah.
bugged, and then you'd fly another 220.
Right. That was like the patrol missions.
Yeah.
That was annoying me.
Right, I'm slowing down. 10k out. I'm 8k on my CM speed now.
Alright, slowing down, 9k out. I'm at SCM. 7k out with Alpha.
Oh, we might not have spawned yet.
I think so.
Oh, that's just like the spawn trigger
Yeah,
waypoint.
yeah. So this is a bounty chain one, so a group one. We'll have like it'll be like a Valkyrie, and if it spawns right, his escorts will spawn as well. I think it's Hurricane and his escorts and the Hammerhead, but we don't know which one's which until it spawns.
What is like target nearest hostile? If T is probably target reticle, but what's target nearest hostile?
I don't know. No, I wouldn't know the keybind for that one.
I think it's 5. If he's here.
Alright, thank you.
It could be. I've got it on my stick, so even if I use a keyboard, I just reach over and do it on the hat.
Yeah. I used to know all this really well, but then I got dual stick and I forgot all of it. But getting the freaking stick set up is just such a pain in the butt. Is he gonna spawn, or do we gotta do something?
No, this is normal, unfortunately. Occasionally, it just takes a minute or so. So they've also been going round and improving all the asteroids. They haven't done these ones, I don't think, yet. Which is ready for the, I guess, the Arrow and Halo battle being done properly and all around. Is it Yellow? But the Lagrange points have been done, and they've done some spacescaping around there as well, with like little gas nebulas
Yeah.
and stuff like that. They're worth having a look at.
So, you know, I can't remember who told me. Somebody told me earlier it was only at the main ones that you get the ship station docking. But I went to Hurston L5 a second ago to get ammo, and sure enough, bam. Alright,
Wow.
target's in the field, boys.
He's going to get screwed, isn't he, with all of this? That's his front shield down. Kaboom! Right, so we can spool up. We should be able to go straight to the moon now. ITA.
Forming a bomb wise.
spooled up ready because I can see it on here because everyone goes blue. You were blue, and then just as I pressed to take us in, it went green again.
I don't know what I don't know how to play this game anymore, obviously.
So the group quantums work quite well now. So essentially just spool up. We've got OM2.
The Kip? No, we're not doing Kip, right?
Oh wait.
He seems to be
Yeah.
going to
No,
space.
you're right. I thought they were both together. Kip lit. So someone else has got the spool on this one, but you'll see everyone's name, and you should see the circle complete, and it should go blue when everyone's ready.
I can see Wise, Delta, and Hikari spooling now.
Cool. And then so no one needs to press anything, but if you can see them cut when everyone's blue, takes
Yeah.
it.
Wow, that is a lot cleaner than last time.
Yeah.
Where my group travel would just sucked.
The only downside is that when you did get a group quantum right, you could see each other in quantum because you're all next to
Yeah.
each other. I'm not quite sure whether it's because we're using different quantum engines or but something
like that.
changed on this.
I think it's something that they've intentionally done. It'd be great if they brought it back in though, 'cause it'd be great to see like the whole
Yeah.
fleet moving together.
It pulls you out exactly kind of where you were orientated to everybody else, which is cool. Because if you're right close to each other,
Hammerhead.
okay, I'm slowing down then because it looks like I'm early to the party.
Yeah. Trying to catch up with you a bit. 11k
Okay, I'm 6k from
Hey, what's,
Hammerhead, and he's
player?
firing.
Drop speed.
Well, I kind of wanted to test it a little bit, so I'm going to go in on his left side, and then I'll spin him back round. Front shield's nearly down. Nice.
Damn, that was easy.
Yeah, we were like a pack of hungry wolves.
Yeah,
Well,
I was
maybe
thinking.
You guys like a pack of hungry wolves. I was like a confused rabbit that run with y'all, and I don't really know why.
I've got OM6. Yeah, we could go. I mean, I could go into. I won't do it now, but I could go and tweak to go full distortion for that. So I'll just take shields down.
I can't see anything. Are we in group together?
No, you're good, Kurt. Just Hikari. I think he was behind. Yeah, we're good.
Much better way of doing things now.
Yeah, it made me actually find OM6 that time. It didn't. It did not.
Okay, I think I have the lead.
Oh, I've got it.
Right. Everyone's blue.
Go for it. Have you got it? Yeah. Oh, so more people than that. There was a patch recently where when you were doing when the party leader was spawning up and then picked a quantum point to calibrate to, you couldn't see anything else if you were doing the manual one, and that was really good for everyone to go, oh, it's there. But that seems to have changed, but that would be a good one to bring back in. Just sure if I need to turn the game sound down or
Now
not.
I'm stuck on quantum, and I can't undo my quantum. It keeps spooling towards.
Power cycle. Throwing everything on and off again. Try reset.
Oh, that might
Crash.
be why. That might be why you couldn't.
Yeah. Son of a bitch.
Down.
I'll tell you, like bounties is a lot better than freaking cargo or mining because the 30Ks just make that shit
I had the telemetry going. I didn't even notice that.
That's the only one we've had for a little while today, actually. Been on and off most
Yeah,
of
that
the
was
day.
something else because the server like it didn't die.
It's a
It was
bad
like,
token as well, so it's a restart. Wah, wah, wah.
Wah, wah.
I'm gonna take a bit of a break, boys. I gotta go. I got my in-laws in town, so I gotta go check on them, make sure they're doing all right. So my wife's not the only one entertaining.
Cool.
Probably, yeah. Hopefully, I'll be back here in like maybe 30 minutes, but I don't know if they need something to eat or whatever. I gotta check on them. So
Cool, nice one, Hikari.
yeah. So I'm got tomorrow off too. So I don't know what you boys are doing tomorrow.
If it's around the same time you can get on, then you can join us on that expo tour. So it's ages tomorrow. I don't think it's going to show us anything we don't see. I think or haven't seen, but some of the hollows might be interesting. That said, we probably won't doing it right on time because everyone will be scrambling to see what happens with the Idris and
time?
Javelin sales.
What time Greenwich?
I think it's 5
And
5
Geneva.
p.m.
5. So what's that? That's 5. So that's like 11 o'clock my time, Central. Central Mountain
Yeah.
Time in America. -6 or whatever. All right, boys. I'll be back in a shake or whatever.
Cool. Nice one, bud.
Go.
Appreciate y'all answering my thousands of stupid questions.
That's fine. We're warming up for because it's free fly fleet week now, so we'll be doing
I'm a
some
good
recruiting and
training.
grabbing people in.
Great. Yeah, I'm like a
Yeah.
training person. It's like, God, he's so stupid. Oh, fuck. Hate this dumb noob. All right, I'll be back later.
Cool. Nice one,
Yeah.
Kari. Right. Just shout me when you're in menus.
Yeah. Hold on, actually. Fucking thing. It's trying to load.
Yeah, that one was funny because in the telemetry, the bandwidth in and out was fine. That server just died spontaneously. Yeah, I'm just gonna go grab a drink.
I'm back in the menu.
Oh, for menus, I'll take us in, but I might run and do the same to grab a drink. I'll just grab a can. Got
Everyone might as well
cans.
do that.
What time is it? 9 o'clock, so it's 10. So yeah. Norville. Oh, hey, Wraither. It's alright unless you're where the fleet is. So they've got all adverts around at the moment. And the feeds at Port Tresla. But when the Bengal comes in, which is awesome to see, it's a bit laggy. Yeah. Should wait for the advert to come back up. So what they've done for this year for Fleet Week, because it was last year we saw the Javelin for the first time. Now the Javelin comes in, it docks, and you can actually walk around some of the interior, so you're actually allowed on it. There's little tour guides in there that you can go and visit. And also the fleet turns up, the Bengals there with all Idris escort and multiple hammerheads and whatnot. You can fly around it. It will come in, you'll have to come and find these adverts because it's always around one of the space stations. So it's currently Port Tresla, which is Microtech. After that it will go to ArcCorp, which is Virginia Point, and then after that it goes to Everest Harbour over Hurston. But it does the circuit, so it's always available somewhere. When it flies off, it will tell you the next place it's going to as well on the adverts, but they're dotted everywhere, so you can't miss it. But yeah, when you get the chance, I don't really want to say anything more because you know what the Bengal is. So to go and see it is, yeah, it's impressive. Just don't shoot it. It's all week. So Invictus launch week is on till the 1st of June. So it's pretty much going 24/7. It'll just be touring those 3 locations. But it's not bad. It's definitely still playable considering they're adding that in. I know last year the Invictus week was horrible. Alright, cool. I'll bring the Hornet out this time. Oh, damn it. I just forgot I was going to do something. Doesn't matter, see you later. When we're doing in-system stuff, I was thinking, because the group bounties all spawn in the same system now, we can't do Eckhart anyway, to go back to the military quantum. It's just that little bit quicker for whizzing round.
That's what I run on my fires, mate.
Actually, I'm going to store it and then let's see if this works. I'll store it quickly.
Like I'm that lazy that if we're going out of system, I'll usually go back and pull a bigger ship, jump to out of system, and then pull one of the fires when I get to the system.
Yeah.
I
So
just
we
can't.
can put a bunch of fighters on the carrier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I usually just kind of keep military ones on the fires anyway, because 90% of what we do now is all in system.
When it's ready, come on.
Yeah, this armor should be fully ballistic and distortion.
Nice. So what are you running? 2 distortion repeaters on the nose with 2.
Meters and then a 788.
Whoa.
I am the Talon I'm running 2 788s.
Yeah, I have it on a lot of my ships. I like the noise.
Yeah,
So
not
it
so bad. I was
reminds
going to ask
me
you
of
the
the
same way,
18
Thad.
models.
The other thing I was going to say, because the Bengal's big
Like
news,
those 4 or 5.
the Javelin, seeing the
I actually-
interior is
I-
big
I
news.
run them all on my.
And
I run them on
then the Expo stuff, they showed the hollow things that you would have already seen,
like
so
big
like the Perseus and the Polaris. But there is a new RSI fighter. I don't know if you've seen that.
I'm looking forward to when the Perseus make an appearance in the game.
The Scorpius. I
That'll be
think.
pretty
Yeah, the
fun
Scorpius is what it's
down
called.
to that level. We'll just roll out with 2 of them.
Yeah, that thing just reminds me of like, you know, one of those military hunting boats that on some military
It's I was only saying it to Alpha earlier. I was in one of the other forums. And there's like a guy in there who's from the US Navy, and he talks everything about like literally this is the like the correct terms and
Hellfire,
whatnot for
yeah.
them. And literally, it would fall under the class of a missile boat, like and its job is to kind of sit on the outside of a fleet formation and kind of go after targets of opportunity. Because if it gets wiped out, it doesn't really affect the fleet because it's just kind of an attack boat that goes after people when it gets a chance.
Yeah, we were saying similar earlier, but I've kind of reviewed fleet. We're going to do a big fleet review, org fleet review at the end of this launch week. But I've been looking and I'm going to get rid of the smaller stuff because there's stuff that we've grown past now as an org, and even if there's stuff that you might think that you'd be doing in a smaller ship, do you know what, there's newer players that haven't necessarily pledged or not followed it long enough that can bring those ships in. We're going to be busy enough as it is with some of these big ships.
Yeah, but it's good to give you like the pair system for me is something that if you kind of get on those only 1 or 2 people and you can kind of do a few missions and have a bit of fun with it.
Yeah.
I'm conscious I don't go completely too big on everything because it means then we'll be very reliant on a lot of people being online and then also being in the mood to do that type of scale ship.
I think the Javelin, when we were looking at Javelin today, and this is one of the reasons why I'm kind of reviewing the fleet a little bit, was what it's not just going to take for us all to come together to get up and running and operational and run it and go on missions with it, but also the logistics of it. If it's the majority NPC crew that do all the basic menial jobs around the place, they need feeding, they need, there's all this like supply chain element of it, and fueling and repairs, maintenance that comes along with running a big ship. There's like some mini management game going to be involved.
Pulled out a quantum there
Ooh,
and literally I'm in front of a blown up Caterpillar.
Okay.
Like literally, I'm just in the middle of kind of the system, and it's just
We're
dropping out. There's nothing else
overcharging
around. It's really strange.
the Revenant because if you overclock it, it doesn't stop firing until it overheats.
I've got line of sight on.
So it allows us a bit more control.
Yeah, I was jumping to you, I think. It's something completely
Takeoff
thrown me off.
complete.
You're a
Landing gear
Wilmer, yeah?
raised.
Yeah, that's from the station. I've got line of sight with him, so good job there.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, I'll jump in.
Mark.
Yeah, jump with Magda now.
Thank you.
Why have I lost it? I think I've lost Pit. Oh no, I've got you. Right, I'll jump to Magda, I'll meet you there. I can't see anyone near me.
I was jumping until it's like, just throw me there and jump what's around.
Yeah, Raytheon, if you've not seen it, go and have a look on the website for the Scorpios.
Auto door is now audible.
Oh, let's use the chat. There we go. Wait, I'm going for the wrong one again, aren't I? Yeah, Halvor Wilmot's the one we're going for.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm spooled up. I think someone else has got it.
I don't know where I am. I'm looking at OM1. I don't think I'm with anyone. Right, now I have line of sight on him.
It looks really nice. I picked one up, but I've immediately regretted it a little bit
Yeah, I'll jump
because
in now, 2
it was my
seconds.
Hornet Heartseeker, so it was only a small little
Okay.
upgrade. And the Loners are a Super Hornet and Hurricane, so I've kind of gained. We'll wait for it to come out. But yeah, it looks good. 2-seater. 4 size 3s for the pilot, and then 4 size 3s on the turret. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Next patch is the missile gameplay, so missile operator mode.
Smaller.
And what they're kind of saying is that if you're going to do missiles, you've got to switch to missiles. So while it's a 2-seater, so I compare it to the Hurricane, so it's quite
28K.
damage-wise similar. But having that second seater means that you can concentrate on the guns. Your second guy can do your
Cool.
scanning, I guess, and missiles. So
Team-wise,
yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that pans out for like your group. Alright, I'm coming in. I was a bit slow, yeah. Catching up. Power draw was an issue we were talking about. Sorry, I'm chatting on the stream thing as well while we were coming in. Power draw was a but compared to the Hurricane I think has 1 power plant and the Scorpius is having 2, so I don't think power drain is going to be an issue. Or they're going to be unhappy because I'm too slow to come and help
The other
here. And I overshot. Right, cool. I'm here on the Hurricane. good. When it lands, it looks like an Aurora, which is quite a cool thing, and it'll fit on the small pad, so it should fit in a Polaris as well, and the Idris. But as a heavy fighter, that'll be I think that'll be quite a good one. Oh, it's because the two targets there I can't align right. Right, I think I've got it. I think I can see you both. Oh.
Mine.
Yeah, we're both blue. We were both blue for like a split second.
Yeah, it's them two targets. It's not bloody sorting her out. I can't find them.
Oh, this is fun.
Oh no, I can't jump. It's not locking onto anything.
I think I've got it stable now. There we go. Whoever did that, well done.
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
I was just waiting for everything to then I tapped my game glass.
So everyone jumped on the X-wing looks of it. Oh, the nods to the X-wing. I think for some of the older people I know, we were going the Star Fury from Babylon 5.
Right, we go right first.
Yep, sounds cool.
Okay.
Cool, he's at the popping in as well.
Oh, the one on the right is the Hammerhead.
Nail it. 14k out.
I'm getting to range here.
Warning. Weapon system overheating.
much.
That was nice
Yeah.
splitting up for the different ones that were coming out as well.
You're red for me. Maybe you clipped me with a round or something. Oh, where's the other one?
I thought that's all of them. They're both fit
Yeah,
at this
okay.
point.
Oh yeah,
Do you want to do another?
cool. Okay with me.
Or I can mix it up with the ground one. Actually, here's one. Here's a single one. Magda.
It's pulling up. That's good. I wasn't when you finished calibrating or anything, and let me know.
It's like Buck Rogers. Frozen for 500 years.
That's because you were in work.
Quantum drive is now
We were all in work together.
No, I think we're gonna have to ban the talents.
Oi.
No, we were in the
Just-
same. I didn't know that. I should have taken screenshots from outside.
Next time we're all on, because I've got that picture of the Hawk guy from Buck Rogers. I'm gonna set it up so I can put it on the stream and a picture of the talent behind it, and we'll ask Scownia to talk about why he likes the talent so much. But I'll put that on the screen and so I can cut it. To open a drink. I don't know why I made a sound effect for it. There we go. Should be Hammerhead and escorts. This is the battle, isn't it? So, let's get the sun out of the way.
Obi.
Escorts first, or
Asteroids ahead. Quite a few.
We might have been quick enough not to get the escorts yet, but as soon as if they spawn on us, or jump in, I'll jump on them straight away. Oh, he's right in front of a wreck, so watch that.
Warning. Weapon system overheating. Warning. Weapon system overheating. Obi. Obi.
Right, here we go. Spawns. I've got water.
Over the way down.
Nice.
About
Yeah. Vacuum warden, I'm on the warden.
Warning. Weapon system
One
overheating.
sound.
jeez, them dogs haven't punched on.
Check fire.
Oh,
Carefully up. Whoa. Jeez, nearly hit that.
we just bombed. My bad.
we are on my
We could go. So on some of the sites, you have to go to the planet and then to a landing site. But we can go to Magda. There'll be. I can't remember the site, but I'll know it when we see it. dotted, they're the other side. But anyway,
There goes Wise. Let's hope it doesn't do what it did to me and you, Alpha. Bring it through mine and come back to normal. Yeah, we're sorry.
yeah. Full speed ahead.
You'd forget sometimes like fire and all. Just messing around.
Right, I'm 500 meters per second. Right, you near me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Flare low. Flare
Apparently I'm
up.
low on flares. That's 48.
I just saw one line of them come
There we go. Nice.
Landing gear
There should be
deployed.
2 pads, so I'll take the small one. Only one of us can use a pad at a time.
That's. Oh.
Right, I'm rearming now.
I can wait if you want to land, Wise.
One of the Idris ones we did recently was, I think, was Wise, Biv, and myself in eclipses, doing the torpedoes, having them to come rearm, and it was cool seeing us kind of queuing up to land, rearm, and then back out.
Takeoff complete. Landing gear raised.
Oh, there's another 3-1 I can share.
Oh, there's one right here, 326.
Wyatt.
Behind you.
Cool.
Wyatt and Cobb. So this one, half Oregon, Russian, half redneck, half Russian.
Yeah. We're spoiled. So I've got Kurtzball, but it's not ready. Are you going to the same place, Kurt? Target location. There we go, that's why.
Is now on. Quantum dot is now off.
I don't think I have that mission.
Right, let me share it.
Hammerhead.
Bogey.
Sharing.
Yeah, I'm there. Oh Jesus, yeah.
It is big. I think it'll be like Star Citizen tools or the wiki as the Javelin is 700 crew. So a lot of that potentially is NPC crew. If you ever have one in game that players can use, would be insane. What's the? I've got Valkyrie and the Valkyrie. Yeah, same Reardon.
Warning, weapon system overheating.
We'll probably try to distract the hammerhead.
Warning, weapon system
One
overheating.
down, and the other one is right on us as well.
Shields
Whoa.
hit.
They try having attention.
I've got lots of that. It's when people bump into it, Raytheon, or try and shoot it, and it just unloads everything out.
Warning, weapon system overheating. Warning, weapon system overheating.
When you're like orbiting around, there's two guns.
The Revenant, yeah. Right, we've got one. We've got line of sight on one. Oh wait, is it the one on the other side of the planet or another one? 1,000 kilometers.
Dale is on the other side of the
Yeah,
planet.
yeah. OM5.
Yeah.
I don't know the complement of ships that you can have in it, but yeah, it's just the wow factor. But interesting because I'm sure it features for Squad 42. And if I mean it doesn't mean anything that they're showing it to us in game now for how far on that is, but the first time it was in on the PTU, it was still almost like grey, and it did have a polish pass during the PTU, different PTUs. So it's vastly improved to what it looked like the first time.
Okay.
But I think, if I remember right, it was one of the first ships we ever saw, way back in the first trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I think when there's multiple spawns, it's getting a little bit laggy for me, but not massively, not really bad. But it seems to have settled down a little bit now. We'll see. Right, I'll make count him to just the Vanguard. Oh, we've done the Hammerhead, haven't we?
Yeah. I know, my head.
Banu coming out, and then everyone will get a bit excited about that, the Defender, the quantum effects and that, and then what was the next one? The Prowler was the Tavaran one first, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was giving us all bloody seizures. Especially when we went into
Yeah.
Corporal. The whole place would turn bright blue.
And then the Xeon cargo ship is next up, which will be a new race.
Actually, what's the blade and sight like when they jump?
I don't think they do anything differently, not that I recall.
Well, they are early generation ships, though.
Yeah, Vandal, yeah. But they might be being clever with that because they're made by Aspera, aren't they? They're replicas.
Actually, I'm just thinking now with the kind of ballistics meta. I wonder what they're like.
You can buy the blade in game.
Yeah, I've done it.
Warning, weapon systems
See
overheating.
bits of it falling off as we're going around that. Oh,
Anything else to show up?
yeah,
Oh yeah, the
we'll do that. We should have call to arms.
Bogey.
Oh, look, the valve can something else. Yeah, I'm gonna switch to the
Shields hit. Shields hit.
Crikey, that looked like it flew through that wise.
Yeah.
Right, if we need repairs, we've got HCMS Anderson. I'll shoot in the direction.
Kind of correct.
Are we all on the same? There we go. Are you on the same one, Anderson?
no, I'm trying to see it. Where is it? Left, Panther.
I'm shooting in the direction if you can see my shots.
Yeah, see
That's cool because I know if someone's on the wrong one because it stays green, it only goes blue when we're all on the spooled up at the correct one.
Yeah, because the quantum drives are it should be smart enough to know, okay. Yeah, when I actually thrust forwards, I reduce my thrust to 30% to make sure my ship flies straight. And then
Quantum
when I
drop.
have to fire it
Yeah, I haven't been playing around with the thrust much lately. Flares. Below you. You might have flown over it.
Deployed.
Yeah, I think I might be lagging. Right, I'm gonna stop here and repair, and then I'll skip the next fight for a second because I gotta sort dinner out before it gets later.
Alright, cool.
I'll just order it and then
I think we're on Aberdeen anyway, so I was gonna see if there's a cave one while we're here. Mix it up a bit then.
yeah, let's
Yeah,
take 2
I'd
seconds.
slow boat it there, because if I thrust, I'll go spin.
such a large landing pad. You think like 2 or 3 ships could land at once and repair? I really like how quick it is now to resupply. Jeez, you're miles away, boys.
It's
Landing
compensating, isn't it,
gear
for the losing it. The only thing is, I just thought sometimes I'm kind of thinking more often, or most of the time, if not all the time, when you repair, it puts everything back, but there's actually no engine in it. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, this is where like chill sticks and stuff like that help. This sort of keep like my thrusters are totally screwed.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm going with that. I don't think it replaces the, like it shows it all repaired, but there's no thrusters there.
My repair bill was 4,900 something credits.
That was still good oxygen.
I can only imagine how much it's gonna cost to repair the likes of the Javelin or stuff if we get into a bad fight.
Lose an engine, yeah.
Oh, I'm stressed enough as it is. Come on.
But the engine's back, everything's back. Even the animation.
So Hurston,
Stormy is great.
Hurston, North Rock. I've got an entrenched one when it loads up. Here we go, sharing.
Landing gear raised.
Why is it not appearing on my map? Not that you can't start. Retrack it.
I don't think we can jump to it. Am I wrong?
It'll be a cave, yeah, we won't be able to jump to it.
OM1 maybe? That's 264 away. There's caves 318.
Yeah, just dot round, see how near you can get, because I might go a different way and see if I can jump across it and come out of Quantum. I need to get some height first, though. And find an OM beacon. That's wise.
low. Quantum drive is now off.
Yeah, I come out 120 away. Oh, I've got a quantum bug now. Can I use the quantum engine?
Oh, burning up an atmosphere.
So don't forget visibility is bad and a lower gravity, so you'll keep your speed.
Shrimp.
Breaking atmosphere. So we should start braking. I'm gonna do it about 20k out there. I'm pretty sure we've got loads of time. Watch me shoot this or go straight into the ground.
You really can't see anything, can you?
Cut out. Switch off your target computer. Trust your feelings. Oh shit.
Oh no.
It just disappeared, but it means go straight on until you see the white pit.
See, that's bloody you with the game heard us.
Reach out with your feelings, cause there
Right, we got it.
you go, 2k out.
Yeah.
Landing gear deployed.
Oh, we've kind of got a Tatooine sun as well here. Tatooine. Tatooine, whatever. Yeah. On the ground.
Slowly but surely, just watching the temperature absolute skyrocket.
I don't know why I landed so far away.
Yeah, it's still going up. Jesus Christ, get me out of sun. 221 degrees Celsius. Can you jump to us, boys?
It's here.
Yeah.
Really? Why are we showing you 214 kilometers away?
I don't know why I seem to I've parked a little bit further away then. Where is the entrance? Oh, it's down there.
I like these suits.
The Twilight ones. Or
Yeah.
yeah. Ah, there it is. Oh, I can hear fireworks outside. So the javelin's here. Be right back. The fleet are touring my garden. My character's constantly like breathing heavily though lately.
Yeah, maybe he needs to go see the doctor.
Up smokes.
Yeah.
Contact right. Good to engage, yeah?
Yeah, go for it. I'm just below you, I think. I'm gonna push through on the right hand side.
Who's shooting a blue laser?
That might be my car.
Kana.
It's a plasma.
Nice. Where do you get them?
Hurston L2.
Anyone else feel a bit weird that we seem to be butchering like miners? They don't come across as very militaristic people.
Yeah, but they're illegally here, so.
Well, if you're gonna find out that we work for some totalitarian government and we're trying to kill people that are just trying to live independently.
We are. We're doing this for Hurston security.
We're literally tracking down like innocent people trying to just live their own life. And we're going into caves to
I can
murder
hear
them.
shooting. Hold on.
We don't
There should
ask
be more.
questions.
Yeah, I got two, right hand side. Just on me. See, now I kind of feel bad.
It's a contract. It's a contract.
Yeah, it's a contract. we don't
Yeah,
ask
yeah, yeah.
You
We
can't
done it
have
for
any
the money.
feelings.
Yeah.
Unless we find a little green child, then we're not going to kill him. Right?
No, Jesus, I'm leaving. If that's the case. We have to make sure he thinks we're friendly, or he's going to start smashing us against walls.
Yeah.
What up?
Hey, Blackbeard.
Hey.
How's it going? What you doing?
We're mixing up with some bounties.
Oh,
I think we were doing that tonight as well.
okay. I'll join you shortly.
The expo stuff's just the same today, so
Yeah.
we've not been too fussed with that.
Oh, they fixed it. They don't have a mining rock here anymore. You can get.
Yeah, I know. It's actually really easy to get out from, which is good because we're all in fires, so we can't just suicide out to the front.
Have you done anything silly pledge-wise, Blackbeard?
I've got the Scorpio.
Not bad.
I think everyone here's done something. Yeah, not regrettable, but
I'm pretty happy with the partnerships I have now. I wanted to have some like single seat fights or something like Scorpio, like a glass cannon maybe.